so we are coming to the end of the show here. Thank you again so much for co-hosting.
My pleasure.
Here with Jim Calhoun, and we've actually gotten a segment of a documentary that's being done on you called Born to Lead. It's an inside look, stuff that people have never seen or maybe didn't even know about you, about how you...
And I haven't seen.
And some of how you've seen. So if it's okay with you, I want to play a little bit of the clip.
Okay.
All right, so let's listen.
Who's that guy?
I was just hanging around the house with my sister, and I noticed that my father came home, and he was sitting in the chair, and he was sitting like this, which is just one of the things I remember. Next thing I know, my mother was going next door and asking the neighbor next door if he would drive my dad to the doctor's office. We immediately started to say the rosary, and I don't know what prompted us to do that, you know, because I don't think we really knew that he was that sick.
I was out in Centerfield, remember to this day, like it was yesterday, you know, so I saw someone walking out to me, they called play, and someone said, "Hey, Jimmy Calhoun, your dad's dead." And they hadn't got to me yet. I didn't know what to do, I didn't collapse or anything else, I remember being frozen, stunned, and someone kind of gently took me and to put me in a car, drove me home, and I got to the house, and my sisters were all crying, my brother was too young, he was 5 years old, but didn't know what was going on. I don't know what, to this day, ever moved me to say this, but I walked out with my mom and just said simply, you know, "Hey Mom, I'll take care of you." Little did I know what that meant at 15 and a half years of age, but I said it, and I kept to that promise as much as I possibly could.
You kept to that promise as much as you... What was it like to see that?
Well, it's incredible, actually. My sister Joan, and pictures of my mom and dad, and me, and yeah, it's very moving to me, obviously, because of the circumstances under which it came. It wasn't just a incident in my life, it was life-altering.
Yeah.
And it changed my responsibility, changed all the things that happened in my life. And, you know, it was certainly the most tragic day of my life, but clearly and definitively it was a changing moment.
And you went on and you said it was just like, even though you'd lost your dad, you were a Bostonian, you were an Irish Catholic, you were, hey, I'm going to take care of you, Mom, and you did. You went to work. Tell me about one of those first jobs you had.
Well, you know, I worked all kinds of things. I made ribbon candy. I worked in a dump, separating things, and I worked as a stone cutter in Ed Melly's stone cutting in Quincy, Massachusetts. I went to college for a year. My mom got sick. I came home, worked for a year, gave a lot of the money to my mother, and then went back and thank God finished and that type of thing. But it was a difficult time for me and difficult time for a family. But you know what? The loyalty, the love of the family, and coming back to help Mom and help my sisters, my brother, are very important to me and incredibly important to me.
And in the documentary, what it certainly says that day, I mean, as horrible as it was, it makes the case that how you had to be tough when you were young actually allowed you to be the legend and coach, legend in coaching that you became.
Yeah, I never thought about being a legend. I never thought about being tough or anything. I just thought it was something I had to do. It was my responsibility, and each one of us in life, at times, view things and realize, you know, I can have a say in the outcome of this. And I felt important that my dad had taught me many lessons, my mom, my family, but it was incredibly important for me to become, I guess, the new leader of the house.
Right. And then to go on to lead us to so many great things. Big round of applause. Thank you for all you have done for Connecticut.
Thank you.
And will you come back even though we put lotion on you and made you cook?
Maybe no lotion, but everything else is just fine. No, it was great. It was great. I've enjoyed it very much, Kara, really.
Thank you, Coach. And we would love to have you back. Thanks for watching Better. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.